some guys, dream of going to the White House when they won a Super Bowl, and I don't think we should deny anybody that opportunity. Some guys feel really strongly about not going.
Who stays and who goes? With a trip to the White House just 2 weeks away, many Eagles are speaking out tonight about their plans to make the visit to Washington. Good evening, everyone. I'm UP Washington.
I'm Jessica Dean. Today, Coach Doug Peterson said the team would leave it up to the individual when it came to visiting the White House.
And Sports Director Don Bell joins us now on a busy day for the Birds on the field, but also in front of that microphone.
So much went on today. Crazy for day one, by the way. President Jimmy Carter was the first to invite a Super Bowl champ to the White House. The Pittsburgh Steelers made the visit in February of 1980. Ronald Reagan later made it a tradition. But in these polarizing times, a trip to 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue has become a hot topic. Lesley Van Arsdall joins us live from the NovaCare complex with more. Les.
Hey there, Don. And yes, to go or not to go, that was the big question out here today. We do know Malcolm Jenkins and Chris Long have not changed their mind. They are not going to go to the White House. But the face of the franchise says he's in. On June 5th, the Eagles will visit the White House, celebrating their Super Bowl victory. But which players will attend? Carson Wentz says he's all in.
It's just a cool way to just receive the honor kind of nationally and be recognized. I don't personally view it. I know some people do. Everyone has their own opinion on it. I don't view it as a political thing.
Malcolm Jenkins says he'll travel with the team to Washington, but skip the visit.
I don't think it's the time to really have any kind of productive or constructive conversations about policy. I definitely want to avoid being used as kind of a pawn, and the way things have gone over the last few months is just, I don't think the time is right for that.
Others are undecided.
I don't really have no take on it right now. You know what I mean? The team's still talking about it, and whatever we decide, we decide.
It is the White House. It is something cool to go see. There's a lot of great history. Our nation, it wasn't founded there, but it's the biggest building in our nation. So it's definitely cool. It'll be cool to go see. I've not decided what I'm going to do.
We all have a choice, so nobody's judging anybody. It's an honor to get to go to the White House.
Doug Peterson says it's an honor to be invited, but he's not pressuring his players to go.
It's an individual basis. It's one of those things that, again, we're working through a ton of things, but at the same time, we understand that it's an individual decision.
And yes, there are a few players that are still on the fence, but most of the players said, hey, if the team's going, they're going. That's the latest reporting live here from the NovaCare complex. Don, back to you.
All right, Lesley, thank you. Interesting situation, and of course, we'll all be watching on June 5th.